Welcome back to West Texas View.
Before the break, we were talking with Dr. Dorothy Jackson, who's head of the nursing department at UTPB, and one of her students, Craig Bynum. But we are now going to introduce you to another student. Molly Hargrove is also one of the original students in the first class, and we're going to be talking to her. And I'd like for us to start, Molly, with you telling a little bit about your background and how you got to UTPB.
Yeah, I was mainly raised here. I actually went away to Texas Tech right after I graduated high school. Don't know what was wrong with me leaving Odessa, but I actually came home kind of trying to decide what I wanted to do. I was going to Odessa College when I heard about the UTPB program, and I jumped on it because I've wanted to be a nurse since I was a little girl. And I knew that I wanted to stay home and finish my degree, and I knew that I wanted a bachelor's degree with my license, so this was a perfect place for me to be. Yes,
Good, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I want you were talking before the break a little bit about the rotation, and let's talk about some of the simulation that we do and making, and then maybe Molly can tell her experience.
Okay. We are very fortunate to have a very, very good facility. Simulation is
brand new building.
A brand new
Facilities.
facility. Simulation is a big part of education in healthcare now, and the simulation center that we are very fortunate to have is state of the art. It is a simulated hospital clinic type setting. When you enter it, you get the sense that you are in a hospital or clinic type of area. And we use that for teaching purposes. We simulate a lot of things there in this learning lab before students do those types of things on live patients in the hospital. And so we teach the students how to do certain procedures in this setting, and we take it very seriously. And they come in uniform. We have mannequins that can talk, that can breathe, that can have cardiac arrest, and the students can rescue them. So we have a lot of things that we can simulate and record the students, help them learn, play those things back to them, and teach them how to improve certain skills.
And you know, it's come a long way since the resusciana that we used to do the CPR techniques on. And tell us your experiences in this simulation lab.
Yeah, it's wild. It's really cool. It's a great experience to kind of introduce yourself to a patient before you really jump in there with someone that actually does need your help. We have been tested in those situations, and that's really a good experience because we need to know what we're doing before we're actually in the field and working on people that really do need our help. I love the sim lab. It's really cool. We get to practice giving shots and putting in IVs and vital signs, and introducing ourselves. A huge part of being a nurse is communicating with your patients. They need to know that they're going to be well taken care of, and that gives us a great avenue to do that with. So it's a good thing, and we're very fortunate to have such a
But then you went from that into actually a hospital setting, and so you felt really comfortable going into the hospital
as
setting.
comfortable you can be, I guess. So yes, ma'am. Yeah, we just started that last week. Yeah, so it's wild. It's a new beginning, and it's going well so far.
So how many students are in this class that will graduate in
We should graduate
in May?
17 in May. We have 39 students now, but 17 of them should graduate May 2015.
And one of the things people don't know, that don't know a lot about nursing, is they graduate from a program, but they still have to take state boards.
Yes, that's the big test.
And the value of your system and the way it will be rated in the future is your graduation rate of state boards.
That
and
is
so
true.
that is a really important thing, and that's you know, you not only has the president and the deans and you have made a real commitment that this is going to be an excellent program.
We believe that it is. We have a good faculty. We have doctorally prepared faculty and master's prepared faculty who have experience in the real world and in research. And we have a retention coach that students can talk to, just as if they were athletes, and someone who can help them talk over things that are stressful for them in the curriculum. So we think we have the tools in place for them to be successful.
And I know that you said you do not live in the dormitory. We're going to meet a student next that lives in the dormitory. But you still have a traditional campus life. You still are involved in other things if you have time, because this is such a time-consuming program that so much of your activities are based right around your nursing student, fellow students. But tell a little bit about what you hope to eventually specialize in, if anything.
Ooh, that's a great question. I don't actually know right now. I've always said that once I get in there, maybe I'll figure it out. So far, we've covered a little bit of geriatric training. Right now, we're in a medical surgical unit and a mental health unit. So far, I'm not particularly invested in those, but next semester we're doing pediatrics and OBGYN, and that I think maybe will interest me a little bit more. I love women, I love children, I love babies, and being able to aid in that kind of care I think will really do something for me, but I don't really know right now. So
well, and let's talk just a minute. I know the future is still evolving for UTPB nursing department, but eventually you might even have nurse practitioners and some other areas. And this is really important as the emergency care facilities have burst on the scene.
Yes.
And now you have all the walk-in clinics that have to be staffed as well as your hospitals and your medical offices and all the other. So there is a real need.
A great need.
To meet here just in the West Texas area. But you draw students from all over the nation.
Yes, we have students who are not just in the West Texas area. I know we have at least 2 or 3 students who are from Dallas and that live in the dorm, in the apartments. They're really apartments now. And so we have students Houston and
but you have applications.
One student, I think, from California.
I was going to say, I know you have applications. We're going to have to take a break right now. We'll be back in just a minute and continue this conversation. And this is so important. If you know anyone who is interested in the nursing program, whether they're a traditional or a non-traditional student, have them contact the number that rolls across your screen for Dr. Jackson's office, because they'll be interested in giving you that information. We'll see you in just a minute.
Stay tuned. West Texas View will be right back.